Okay, we're going to get into the point here about the creation of men. I just wanted you to get a firm foundation of what's really happening here in the very beginning and the nature of the deception. And the deception has been about keeping the spiritual truth from you from the very beginning, not just as of late within the last few hundred years or just the latest few thousand years. No, this goes back from the very origins of the progressive evolution of mankind on this planet. The very beginning, as it's recorded in the Hebrew Bible. Now, think about this real quick. That star that you saw fall in there, in Revelation, I told you it had this lamp. Well, that's exactly what you see here. You see this representation of this spirit, which is now darkened the face of the deep. I told you what that was all about, that water and those the fountains, the living word of Jesus Christ, the truth, the spiritual truth on this world. They have tried to darken it. Now you see in the new beginning, they're creating this new way, this new beginning, this new construct, okay, of how knowledge is going to be disseminated on this globe. And then you see that God says, and let there be light. Now, the reason why he's saying, let there be light, is because, well, light's already been created way back in the beginning here. But what they've done is they've blocked the light. They've caused darkness to be upon the face of the deep, upon material creation. And that once they have hidden the truth of the spiritual truth on this world, which is the words of Jesus Christ, then they themselves now represent themselves as the light. And now we get this new beginning with them as being the source of light. Let there be light. Now, as we turn the page, you're going to get their philosophical account of the division of knowledge of good and evil. And it says, and God divided the light from the darkness. Well, that's everything that I told you about the knowledge, the division of the tree of knowledge of good and evil. One being good, one being evil. All right? They have divided. And I told you where this division begins to take place. It takes place within the realms of perception. The realms of perception are the house of the brain. Okay? Which is what you are given anatomically to figure out reality. So they have divided that. And then they have declared one portion of it evil. And then this is going to represent their esoteric appreciation and association of the sun and the moon and the two deities which rule over it, of which you see them vehemently worship the sun and the moon. Now, we're not going to go into the detail here, but I want you to see that they are dividing the waters. They are dividing the spiritual truth. They've created this firmament, this distance, this gap in between. Now, I could break this down, but it would take 20 or 30 videos. We don't have the time to do that. I just want you to understand that this is them giving that philosophical reinterpretation of how they have altered original creation with this division. Over and over again, it's this division. Now, the third day, when the third day comes up, remember, 1,000 years is but a day unto the Lord. Much time is taking place during these supposed days. Now we see it return back to the description. Now we're out of the philosophy of their interpretation, of the philosophical interpretation of creation, as Lucifer being the prime motivator for this light of truth in this world. We see them now, or the narrative of the Bible now returns to the original historical description of life as it's beginning to appear on this planet. And it's now taking place, and it says, and God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters called he the seas. And God saw that it was good. These begin to become the physical conditions of which life begins to appear. And it's taking place over thousands of years, okay? So the fourth day, all right, I want you to understand that the moon and the sun and the stars, they've already all been created. Notice it says they become visible. Telling you some truth there. So they already were created in the beginning. I'll be back.